Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Now celebrating 17 years of broadcasting success, here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again, both for our radio audience here in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com. We're glad that you all could be with us. Also, just joining us are our friends at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcast. We're glad you all could be with us as well. Well, here in my state of Mississippi, school has already begun. I know for many people around the country, they're gearing up for the new school year. And one of the things you want to make sure that your students are able to do is not only learn, but also to make learning exciting for them. Our next guest has been able to do just that. We're excited to welcome Phil Cook to our program. He is known for using social media in such a powerful way to be able to educate and encourage kids along the way. He's here to talk to us not only about the importance of STEM education, but also how social media can help with that, and even about something very special you may not have heard about, and that is STEM student grants and how you can be able to qualify for those. Phil, thank you so much for the time today. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Cyrus, for having me on.
Hey, glad to do it. So first of all, Phil, for those who may not know, what exactly is STEM?
So STEM is an acronym that stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. And the reason why it's increasingly important is because we need to get our kids interested in STEM-related fields, because that's where the job growth is in terms of emerging jobs in the job market. The vast majority, about 50% or so, of emerging jobs are in the fields of mathematics, science, technology, and engineering. And kids that get involved early on are much more likely to pursue these fields as they get older.
And I think that's such a big deal. And because, of course, students have been spending a lot of time with their families, especially over the past year and a half, Phil, as you know. I mean, what's happening at home definitely has an impact. How can parents encourage STEM education while their students are at home?
I think the easiest way, myself being a parent, is to take advantage of available resources. And Pilot Pen has actually worked with curriculum experts at STEM.org to develop a series of free downloadable lesson plans that not only could be used in a classroom, but also are easy enough to do for parents at home with their kids. And they can find these lesson plans at frictionstem.com. They're geared towards all age groups. There's lessons honed for kids anywhere from grades K through 12. So any opportunity that parents have to be able to engage in the process of being curious about science and the phenomena around them, I would highly encourage that.
Well, Phil, I guess an obvious question would be for our audience out there. I mean, when they go, they're online or they go to the store, they're looking at educational programs and products. They may wonder what makes STEM products different. Can you kind of tell our audience a little bit about the distinction between them?
Sure, and I can speak to specifically the Pilot Friction pens. Now, those ink pens, they might seem like, why would you talk about an ink pen when you're asked this question? But the ink itself has a lot of engineering and tech that goes into its development. It's a thermosensitive ink, so that means that based upon the temperature that the ink is subjected to, it either maintains its color or it undergoes a change and goes to colorless. So it's an erasable ink that you erase purely by changing the temperature. That makes it a great writing tool when you make mistakes, which is a key thing to do in science. We make mistakes and we learn from them. But it also means that we can use it in the science classroom to do lots of interesting experiments.
Love that. Well, you mentioned, of course, the friction pens. I want to ask you, Phil, about something I mentioned in my introduction, and that is about the Science Friction STEM student grants. For those who may not have known about those or heard about them, can you kind of talk about those and how students can be nominated for them?
Absolutely. So Pilot has developed a Science Friction STEM grant program to reward kids primarily geared toward middle and high school students who are doing an excellent job of engaging in STEM-related projects. And these are projects that are going to better not only their school, but also the community around them. And if you know someone who you'd like to nominate for this grant program, it's a $50,000 grant program that benefits not only the student who is nominated, but also the school to encourage them to continue to provide excellent opportunities in STEM. You can find that nomination and information about the grant program by visiting frictionstem.com.
All right, frictionstem.com. We're going to link that up for our audience joining us on iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcast. I can't let you leave here, Phil, because I'm sure I would hear about it from my listening audience. Talking about your own journey with social media. I mean, you have built a incredible following, especially on TikTok. Talk to us about how you've been able to use social media and what led you in that direction.
Yeah, my TikTok journey has been crazy. I don't really know how to express how surreal it is to me. But it started with a student's suggestion to make a TikTok video based on a demonstration that I was doing in class. And I did that, and it kind of took off. I saw that as a primary avenue to start to reach a new audience and get them curious. I hold the mantra of you never stop learning in life. And to be curious about life is to get a full experience. So TikTok has allowed me to do that, share my experiences with others, and a lot in the vein of what Pilot has done with their making educational content free, accessible, and downloadable to anyone who's interested in it. I feel like that's what TikTok has done for me. It's given me an avenue, have a larger voice, and be able to share positive science experiences with all kinds of people from all over the world. Because not everyone has a great chemistry experience. All you have to do is kind of ask the people around you what their high school chemistry class was like, and you'll hear a wide variety of experiences.
So we want to make sure our audience is following you at Chem Teacher Phil, both on TikTok as well as on Instagram. So make sure you guys look for him there. Again, it's Chem Teacher Phil on TikTok and on Instagram. Again, everyone, we've been speaking with Phil Cook today, talking with us about the importance of STEM education and also what STEM is doing to be able to encourage children and what we all can do to be able to encourage STEM education at home. Again, that website that Phil mentioned is frictionstem.com. We'll link that up for you guys joining us online. Phil, really appreciate the time today and looking forward to having you back with us again.
Great. I'd look forward to talking with you anytime you'd like, Cyrus. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, glad to do it, man. And we thank you, our audience, for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying, as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Now let's go make today amazing. Take care.